Hi, it's me, Chester, the Cully Kobold. Welcome to this video. Um, so today I am up at 7:30 because one, I couldn't sleep. So I'm very tired. It is January 1st. I did not stay up for New Year's because I personally, well, I'm chronically ill, and past about 8 o'clock my body really starts screaming at me to rest, and my joints hurt really badly. So I normally don't stay up past 8 o'clock. Well, I usually stay up to like 8:30 or 9, but by then my body's just completely wrecked. Not that I'm not that I'm doing anything to make it that way. It's just my chronically illness does that. But for some reason I woke up at 7:30 today. Could not sleep anymore. Actually, I woke up at 7 and now it's 7:30 because I had to uh let the dog out. I had to make food, eat food, take pills, all that good stuff. So it is now, oops, I forgot to turn off my phone. Professionalism, everybody. Huzzah! And I also meant to charge this phone and didn't. So, uh, so today and tomorrow, I decided to see how much I can draw within a 48-hour period. Now, that isn't a total, in total, that's just what I can do in 2 days. This also factors in all the breaks that I'll be taking because, listen, as an artist, you should be taking breaks. Like, do not blow out your wrist, okay? Take breaks and take mini breaks. But also, it's really hard for me to churn out art, but I'm going to try my best today, and I'm going to show you guys what I do today. But yeah, you may be, I'm mostly a digital artist, which you guys probably know if you've seen my videos, and you may be wondering why I don't have any of the equipment out yet. That's because I started doing traditional art every morning. I do a colored pencil sketch in a different color, one color, in my sketchbook. I record it and I put it up on shorts like YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, TikTok, places where shorts can be placed. I've been doing that every day. I think I'm on day 12 today, and I'm doing it for 30 days. Now, it's been really great. I'm not the best at traditional art because it's been so long since I've done it, and my control of the pencil is not that good. But yeah, I try my best. And it's not the best art, but I enjoy it, so I'm posting it. And I just enjoy it. I may continue doing it after the 30 days is up. Probably not every day, though, because it's starting to get really difficult to do every day when I wake up. Um, so, yeah. Some may be late also because I have a doctor's appointment the 8th. Well, it's later in the day. I should be able to do it. But, you know, things happen and you can't do things like you plan to. So, and I don't record ahead of time these sketches. I probably should have recorded at least a day ahead. But I didn't. I decided to do it raw. So, yeah, that's where we're at currently. So I need to pick my color, set up the recording thing. Now, I have two phones. And the reason why I have two phones is because they're on sale and cheap. And I thought, well, if I'm going to record a lot of videos, I might as well have a secondary phone for the memory. I think the phones were like $200 at the time. Now, they're cheap for a reason. The quality of videos is not great, but it's what I have at the moment. So I didn't buy them together. I bought one separately and thought, well, about a year ago, not a year ago, a couple years ago. Then I decided a year or two after I bought that phone to buy a secondary one to record on. And it was still only like $200, so I bought it. That being said, it's still I do have a camera, but I don't have anything for the camera to hook onto to do an overhead because the camera is extremely heavy and nothing I have would be able to hold that weight unless I get a custom rig done on my desk, which I am not going to do, so I'm going to continue using a phone. I may upgrade my phone eventually, but right now it's not possible. Also, I just don't get the views to warrant upgrading my stuff, which I probably won't get the views until I get better quality stuff, but you know, it is what it is, so we work with what we got. So I'm going to get out my colored pencils. Colored pencil. Don't mind the noise. Now I have Amazon Premier Color Pencil 7.2. Yes, I know Amazon is an evil company. But here's the thing. I live out in the middle of nowhere. No art supply stores, no craft stores. We do have a Walmart that has barely anything in it. So, and that and Prismacolors are very expensive. Whereas these, it was like $30 to get 72 colored pencils, and $30 is like a 12 pack for Prismacolors. They are better quality than Crayola. Definitely better quality than Rosa. Does Rosa Art still, is it still a company? Like, that stuff was shit. Shit quality stuff. It's like the childhood lament. You think you're bad at art? No, it's just the Rose Art tools that you were given. Sometimes you are just bad at art. Sometimes the tools are not. I'm not saying that, but yeah, so I have the 72 pack. I've already done 11 days worth of colors. I've done blues, I've done reds, I've done pinks, I've done gray, I've done brown. So let's just, and purple, I think. I haven't done yellow because, frankly, it's not going to show up on camera unless I get black paper. And even then, I'm not totally sure it'd show up. So I probably won't be doing yellow because of that. I've also done green. So I think, so I'm kind of going for darker colors. Sorry about that. I was trying to get an angle of the colored pencils, but it ain't working. Anyway, because again, the lighter colors are not showing up that well. Have I used this color? Rose? It's kind of a lighter pink. I don't know how well that's going to show up. Let's go with olive green. I've only done one green so far. So let's do olive green. And I'll make sure I haven't done that color. I don't think so because I think I've only done one green color. So here's the sketchbook I'm using. It's a very cheap sketchbook. It's one of the only sketchbooks you can get at Walmart. And I would do a sketchbook tour, but here's the thing about me. I only do one sketch per page. And I don't sketch. Once I'm done that one sketch on the page, I'm like, my brain's like, well, that's over with. Time to start a new page. And I do. So yeah, this was the last drawing I did. If you watched my shorts, this is the last drawing I did. It's a cotton candy, donut breathing, icing breathing dragon. Again, not the best. Probably would be better if I did it digitally. But I'm trying to fill out the sketchbook because I bought it. I need to use it. Um, that's the thing. I also bought a square sketchbook. I'm waiting for it to come in. Because it's smaller and I can do 1 page sketches without feeling guilty about it. Um, it wasn't cheap. Like this little, it's like probably about this big. I think it was like $10 or $13, and I think this huge sketchbook was like also that price, and it's like twice its size. I tend not to buy expensive sketchbooks, and here's why. There's this thing that almost every artist has, and I know not every artist has it, but almost every artist that I've seen has it, where you buy an expensive blank sketchbook and then you're too afraid to draw in it because you're afraid of messing it up. And I've done this before many times. Therefore, I do not buy expensive sketchbooks. I only get cheapo ones that have a certain texture to it. Also, more expensive sketchbooks tend to be smoother, and I don't like that. I like for my paper to have some tooth to it. I'm really hoping the one I ordered did because obviously I ordered it online. I can't feel it. So I really hope it has some tooth to it. But it can't have too much tooth. Now, watercolor paper has a lot of tooth to it normally. And this is so it holds the paint. And it's my favorite type of paper, but it's really expensive, so I don't watercolor anymore. I used to because when I was younger, watercolor and Copic markers were the big thing. Because that's what Magakans, I know I'm mispronouncing that, but people who create manga, that's what they use. They used ink, watercolor, and alcohol markers. And I wanted alcohol markers so bad, but I couldn't afford them, and my parents wouldn't buy them for me because my parents didn't love me. But yeah, I wanted them so badly, and I never got alcohol markers until a few years ago. I got a hoo ones, and I didn't like them. I gave them to my brother's fiance, and she gave them to somebody else, but I didn't like them. They smelled really badly. And I guess it's just an alcohol marker thing. And I did a lot of watercoloring because I didn't have digital art at the time. Again, because my parents didn't love me. And so I did a lot of watercoloring because watercoloring at the time was cheap. It was cheaper than not acrylic because acrylic is the cheapest kind of paint because it is synthetic plastic paint. Um, well, some brands are really expensive, especially if you want a good quality red or yellow. They can be really expensive. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling now and figure out what I want to draw today and take you guys on the journey with me. I'm gonna switch out phones. Well, yeah, because I use the phone that I'm recording on to record top down, and well, I may use my other phone for now because it takes me about 9 or 10 minutes to draw the daily sketch. Um, so yeah, I should have enough batteries for that. I have two different stands. I have one that clips onto my table, and that's the one I use for top downs. And then I have like a stand one that I'm using to hold you guys up with. So yeah, I'm going to set up to draw, and then I'm going to record myself drawing. Well, that was interesting. I just kind of looked up wigs and found some really fluffy ones and drew them on heads. And I did what I said that I don't normally do, is that I do no one drawing. Well, I did several heads. Well, three to be exact. And all of them are fluffy except for this one, which is horned. But yeah, this is what I drew. If you want to see the speed thing, look at my shorts. So I did that. That took, I don't know how long. 9 minutes maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look back at the footage. Now I have to transfer it to my computer. Man, my hair's a mess. My hair's a mess. Transfer it to my computer. Speed it up. Get rid of the audio. All that good stuff. I use CapCut for that because um what I need, the free version has what I need it to be on there. And all I do with my videos is like cut things out, speed things up, put music in, and it can do all that stuff for free. I don't really add effects or anything like that. Probably should, but I don't. Um, but yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. So I managed to finish this, which is okay. It's soda. I'm kind of in a food drawing mood. Because while food is kind of complicated to draw, it isn't like human anatomy, so I enjoy it a lot more. So here's a cat soda. um, yeah, I'm going to take a break now and refuel myself, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so I've set up yet again to draw after having eaten something, played a little Sims, just relaxed a little bit to rejuvenate myself. And I got this idea for like a sheep succubus kind of thing, so I'm going to draw that. Yeah. Finished another drawing. If you want to see the full picture, either subscribe to my Instagram or TikTok because I'll have a speed paint and a regular painting up there. Alright, another painting done, as I said. It's a succubus goat creature thing. I don't know. I just saw an outfit online and a pose that I really liked, and I just put them together, and there we go. Like I said, check out my Instagram for more of that. That would be Chesh the Smiling, I believe is my Instagram. I'll put a link down below. But anyway, yeah, so that's about 2 full paintings I've done. So to be fair, I don't really do backgrounds because I don't like to. I am working on a comic where I'm doing lots of backgrounds, so it's kind of making me not want to do them right now, so I'm not. So yeah. So I'm going to take another break. I already have an outfit that I want to draw. I just got to find a pose, but I'm going to take a break, rest my hands, snack, do other stuff, and I'll see you in a minute. Hey guys, so I'm in a different room. That's because my fiance came home and is playing a game with his buddy. I don't want to disturb them. My art stuff, my computer, and his computer are together, so yeah, that makes it a little difficult. But I took a big old nap because for some reason all I wanted to do today is sleep and eat. I don't know why. But yeah, I took a nap, got up, and I was looking through my Facebook photos and I found art that I did in 2011. And it was of a ballerina. And it's so funny because back then I'd do anything to hide hands. And so her hands are just totally off screen, like above her head off screen. And it's so funny. But I redrew that and I finished it. So that makes 3 drawings I've done today, which is a lot. Um, Again, if you want to see, I don't know if I'll put it up on screen, the ballerina and the finished piece. Sometimes I remember to do that, sometimes I don't. But if I don't, you can always find it on my Instagram. Again, I'll link it in the links below. But yeah, I'm about to start another drawing once I get back upstairs. So yeah, it's been a productive day other than the naps. Just finished this gal, so that makes the 4th painting I've done today. Chugging along. Hey guys, it is January 2nd. It is the next day, and I'm a little bit low energy because it is 6 a.m. in the morning. I woke up at 5:30 a.m. I'm waking up increasingly early these days, and I don't know why. I'm not getting enough sleep because by the evening I'm dead tired and need a nap, and I can't always nap. Um, so by the time 8 o'clock rolls around, I need to go to bed. But my fiance isn't necessarily ready for bed, so um, and I would explain why we go to bed together instead of just separately going to bed, but I'm not going to bother. Just know that we go to bed together because of certain circumstances um, that I can't control right now. But anyway, um, I woke up. I had a dream about a witch. It was very vivid. It was about a witch who sold her soul to save her 2 siblings. It was during some war, and they were dressed like either Civil War or World War One. I don't know. Wasn't specified in my dream. Anyway, she sold her soul and became a witch and saved her 2 siblings from the war, but then her siblings end up dying young anyway, and she's just left alone, and she becomes like this, not necessarily wicked witch, but like this crone who's kind of uh not necessarily evil, but kind of gray in area. And um she ends up finally she ends up going to the spiritual world, which is kind of common for witches apparently in this world, because she didn't seem too concerned about it. And all this, and a bunch of stuff happens to her, and she ends up dying. And she's reunited with her siblings in the end. And when I woke up from that dream, I woke up at 5 and with a mighty urge to write, which I do creative writing sometimes. It's not I want to finish a book, but it's not a burning passion like art is. So I only do creative writing on occasion, so that book's going to take a while. But I'm currently writing one, just another wolf love story. It's going slow. I'm only on chapter 2, and I do not feel like writing it right now. I don't know if it was the dream or what. You may be thinking, why don't you write the dream? Well, it's because the dream was extremely depressing, except for the end, of which I just spoiled for you. But it's extremely depressing, and I don't like writing depressing things because then I, in turn, get depressed because I get really in my head when I'm creating something, which is why I don't create depressing scenes and stuff like that often. Because quite frankly, it messes with my head, and I can't deal. So yeah, I'm not gonna be writing that because it's too depressing for me to write. But it was a very vivid dream. Along with the waking up earlier and earlier, I'm having very vivid dreams, which I'm told if you're having vivid dreams, you're not sleeping well enough. So it's probably what's happening. I don't know why I'm suddenly having these dreams. I'm on the same exact medication. Nothing has changed. I'm eating the same, other than low-cal. And it's less stressful than it has been. Like, if I was going to have stress dreams, it would have been at the beginning of the move, but I don't know. Life is a mystery. But yeah, I may record some of me typing. Now, my writer friend for Christmas was so gracious and got me these dice, and they're writing dice. And each dice is a different thing, like, for instance, theme, um, otherworldly entity, um, character flaw, character, uh, the ending. Oh, here it is. It has it on the entity type, social identity, inner strength, character flaw, conflict, theme, time period, geographical setting, narrative perspective, and literary device. I'm gonna roll a couple of these. I'm not gonna roll them all because something I like to have control of some things. Um, Such as theme, because there's some themes I like horror that I don't really like. I don't read it and I don't like it because it's depressing and makes me paranoid. But I probably roll entity type, societal identity, inner strength, character flaw, probably stuff like that. Maybe conflict. We'll see. Um, I'm gonna roll them. I'm not gonna record myself doing that in case I decide to do something different because that may very well be the case. Um, but yeah, they're just fun. They're fun and they're huge. Like, look how big this thing is. It's a chunker, and they're wooden, which is nice. And there's also a little guide on how to use them. Not like how to roll them, but like how to use the theme and the lettering and what they're about and what they mean and how they apply to writing, which is nice. Yeah, and also I'm a novice writer, so I don't expect anything I write to be good. I also haven't really read a read a book in a while. Simply because I'm out of ADHD meds and it takes a lot of focus for me to sit down and read any length of time. Um, Plus I read on my tablet, which is often out of juice by the time I'm ready to read, which is always, and so by the time it charges, I'm over it. But yeah, I'm trying to read Snowed In at the Cat Cafe. It's really sweet so far, and I'm really enjoying it. Um, I'm just hoping it's got no spice. I don't. I don't know. I'm not big into spicy stuff, both food wise and book and TV and media wise. Um, I am asexual, but a lot of asexual people enjoy reading smut, writing smut, and sometimes they're the people who write the smuttiest of smut. But I'm not one of those asexual types. I don't really enjoy stuff like that, and I don't enjoy hearing about it either. Um, just how I am. But yeah, I'm going to get started on this story, and I'll see you there. Hey guys, I'm realizing I did not film an outro for yesterday, and that's because I was so tired. I went to bed at 7:30. um, I've just been unsurmountably tired these last few days, so I really didn't do much of anything yesterday. I did my daily sketch and I wrote some, and that's about it. Today I'm about to do my daily sketch now. Um but also I don't know if I'll do anything else today, but I'm not gonna record it on my phone or anything like that. If I do any art and I do want to record it, it'll be a screen capture. Um but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, as chaotic and uneventful as it was. And if you liked, subscribe and give a like and maybe comment what you thought about my art. And I'll see you guys in the next one.